So you view it as, you didn't view it as the offense doing well, you seem to view it as the defense.
No, I think that's the hard part. Sometimes you kind of get pulled back and forth, but I think for me, as more as anything, is we want to pride ourselves on playing well in the red zone, whether it's offense or defense. And what I don't think I saw as much of is the competitiveness that I would want to see. And I can't say that's bad. I'm not saying, well, the offense won, so you're not happy. No, I just don't think I saw the competitive nature, when it really got down there and we got to it, that I wanted to see, especially from our defense. And so it's not that one side won and one side scored. It's that I don't, hey, when that ball goes down there, it's not some special call. It's who's going to win the one-on-one battles, who's going to grind it out and grit it out. And I just didn't feel like there was that energy when the ball went down there.
Did you get it from Sauce? It looked like he was trying to get you to get the ones back.
Oh, he wanted another shot at it, and you know what? You don't always get another shot at it. That's the thing. And sometimes we need some humbling experiences. All of us do, as coaches, as players, and that's the only way to kind of refocus yourself. So, in some ways, I think maybe the defensive front a little bit. After watching last night and the pass rush and things like that, then the ball goes to the goal line. You don't quite see that same passion and fire, and it can be a humbling experience.
Is that camp fatigue, or what would you credit that to?
It's all of it. It's all. But I'm not going to make an excuse for camp fatigue. I mean, the ball goes down. The greatest thing that these guys have always done is when the ball goes down, they compete and play. And I just didn't feel like the ball went down there on the 3-yard line and we competed and played like I would expect. Regardless if it's 120 degrees out here, if it's day 15 or camp or day 1 of camp. If the ball goes down and they say live it up or play it on the 3, you got to go.
That day from IJ, or leave the offensive line alone for a day from IJ?
No, he got tweaked up a little bit last night or yesterday, and so we just kind of got to be smart. And, he doesn't want to. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. So you got to pull him back and hold him. But you love the guys when they want to be out there, and you're trying to hold them back just because they think that another day or two maybe you could be a lot healthier. Just don't want something to happen when you're a little bit gimped up, and I think that's my biggest concern.
Is he one of the toughest guys you've ever coached to keep off the field? Because he won't come off.
He is, and sometimes it's exhausting, but nonetheless, I would much rather have it that way than one you're trying to cattle prod to get going. So, and I think that's a little part of it too. The defense relies upon that maybe too much, and so for some time for us to pull him away, and take that energy and that fire away from those guys, then somebody else has got to do it, and that's where I don't think I saw from the D-line today.
Is there any shift in focus, like week 2, I guess technically after the scrimmage? Is there anything different you'll do this week than last week?
Yeah, a little bit. I think there's some 1s-on-2 stuff that we got to start getting some looks for the offense and getting some looks for the defense on things they don't see every day. We were a specific kind of defense, so our offense doesn't see some things, and then we're a specific kind of offense, so defensively we might not see some things, so you start to see a little bit more 1s-on-2s, which just gives us a chance to say, hey, what would you like us to focus on to give you looks at? So it's not that scout team or anything like that, it's just like, hey, how do we continue to grow instead of just beat each other up every day? I think that's where we are with a really high-end offense and defense that we got to work towards.
Any team that loses 2 all-world safeties like you did, I think there would be a hole there, but you got Cook and Hicks. Can you say what you've seen from those guys here?
No, you know what? It makes me realize last year we probably should have rolled a little bit more. Just how good those guys are. We knew. I mean, Hicks had played. He started 12 games. So but Cook didn't get he got hurt in camp and didn't get as many opportunities last year. But as you see how they've picked it up, how they've been leaders, how they've kind of taken charge. Sometimes it's just that opportunity, and then sometimes as coaches say, darn man, we might have missed out a little bit there. We could have kept guys fresher, maybe played them a little bit more some way, somehow. But hindsight's 2020, those other guys obviously are doing great, and you always felt like they were hard to take off the field too. But I think we're not going to miss a beat there this year, that's for sure.
Happy with how the O-line bounced back today after what looked to be a little bit of a rough day yesterday?
Yep, and it's hard because they've had some guys down, and so that line hasn't been the same. And to come out there in a goal line situations, even with down some tight ends and putting some young guys in there, to just see them kind of execute. I know they put the ball in the quarterback's hand a lot there, but nonetheless, if they aren't blocking somebody or getting somebody's way up front, it's going to be really difficult. They did a really good job today.
You got Jabari over here, Kobe and Cook over here. You always talk about you want the players to kind of lead the program, or it seems like you're getting that now at this point.
It does. It does. And I think that's one thing that you get out here, you know, because there's not a whole lot of other things. It's not like they got, you know, they can run back to their apartment and, you know, watch some TV or something. So it really promotes those guys to take a little more ownership, take a little more charge, you know, and then that's, you know, as we go back to campus, it's kind of built that way. And that's why we're really trying to find out who we are as a football team. We know we're good, we know we got talent, but who are we really as a football team this year?
You have a lot of depth on the outside, and receiver and corner. Your ones are obviously good, but twos and threes are making plays. Are you seeing that as well as the depth out there?
Yeah, I mean, that was one thing at this camp that we got to find. We got to make sure we kind of know and develop the twos in the back end of our defense. You know, because there's ones that played a lot of ball. We're getting that opportunity with Kobe being out a little bit, you know, to find out there. And even with just the two safeties, you know, we're going to have some young guys and some guys are going to roll in. We got to figure out who those guys are going to be to really give us depth we can count on when, you know, something happens in the game.
Good. Thank you. Thanks, Coach.